Solving inequalities with absolute values. What we're going to do is we're going to set up a compound inequality. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to write exactly what we see. 2x minus 1 is less than 5. I'm going to have the symbol on the other side, and then I'm going to switch 5 to its opposite. So what it's saying is this is between -5 and 5. Now we just have to solve. When we solve compound inequalities, we start in the middle. Anything I do in the middle, I do to both outsides. You can also think about it as drawing lines here. Since I'm going to add 1 in the middle, I add 1 to both sides. That gives me -4, 2x, and 6. To get x by itself, I divide by 2. Since it's not negative, I don't switch my inequalities, so I'm just going to divide by 2. And I get -2 is less than x is less than 3. If I just have to solve it, there's my answer right there. If I have to graph it, let's go ahead and graph this. 1, 2, 3, and -2. Both at 3 and -2 will be open circles. So now there's a few ways to do it. I usually just focus on this piece right here. They're either going to meet in the middle and go on the opposite side. So if it's less than 3, it has to be right here. Or I can look at them separately. -2 is less than x. Well, I don't like it that direction, so if I just flip it, then I have -2 is greater than x, so I would graph that. And then I graph the second one, which is already x is on the left. So again, if you just move the x and the number, it will flip the direction of inequality, which proves that I have an and graph and they meet in the middle. The next problem, we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to write 2x plus 4 greater than or equal to 6. The symbol goes in the same direction. I have the opposite number. So we're going to go ahead and draw lines again because sometimes it helps. Whatever I do in the middle, I do to the outside. So I'm going to subtract 4 to both outsides. So I have -10 greater than or equal to 2x greater than or equal to 2. Divide by 2. If I do it to the middle, I do to both outsides. Since I didn't divide by a negative, I don't flip. So I have -5 greater than or equal to x greater than or equal to 1. There's my equation. Let's graph it. 0, 1, and -5. This time they have closed circles because there's a line underneath. And if I look at them separately, I have -5 is greater than or equal to x. If I switch the x and the -5, I switch my inequality, so I'll go in this direction. And then I also have that x is greater than or equal to 1, so I'll go in this direction here. So this is an OR graph because it's in one graph or the other.